Love it. Absolutely love it. These paddles are awesome. All right, so I got a pretty inexpensive and easy modification today for the 1 Series. I picked up some F8X M3, M4 paddle shifters on Marketplace. Just so happened to have somebody that was upgrading and selling his stock paddles. So that was pretty cool. You can pick these up for like 60 bucks on eBay, but I'm not positive that they're OEM. So use your own discretion buying a $60 part on eBay. This paddle isn't actually a complete swap. It's just the body that I'm gonna be swapping. So what I'll be doing is taking the old paddle off, swapping the module, and then throwing it back in there. And it should work just the same. So yeah, gonna be doing that today. I'm excited because I do like these paddles a lot better. I like how they're, you know, a little bit sleeker design. I mean, they're still pretty basic looking paddles, but I have some other plans later for paddles, but this was just kind of like a, let's see if it works kind of thing for the time being. So yeah. First thing we're gonna do is go ahead and make sure that the car is unlocked, because I'm gonna be disconnecting the battery. You don't want any juice in your battery for this operation. Go ahead. And what I like to do is put something insulating in between, so this should be good enough just to kind of keep that completely away from the terminal there. All right, so what we're gonna be doing first is looking on the side of the wheel, looking for this little indentation. You see that indentation right there with the slit in it? So we're gonna be looking for one of those on each side. All right, so you're gonna grab a flathead screwdriver, and a smaller head is a little bit better in this application. And so go ahead and insert it on one side, and you're gonna push the spring in that direction. So you're pushing the screwdriver this way. You're not prying in any direction. You're pushing on a spring, which is like a latch that's holding this airbag in. So you're gonna push that in, and there you got 2 options here. You can either pull it halfway out. You can see that it's cracked a little bit. You can pop it all the way out. And what you wanna do is keep it only halfway. So there's halfway, there's all the way. So you're gonna wanna keep it at the halfway mark, because that way you're able to go to the other side and come right out. Now that we have our airbag popped off, there are 2 wires. Well, there's more than 2 wires. There's 2 connectors, and you're just gonna use a flathead to pry this top off. There we go, pry that guy up. And then that guy comes off. So you're pushing it in, and see that spring, that wire right there? That is what you are pushing on to release from these guys right here. There's like a wedge. So you're just popping them over so that the airbag can come out. All right, and then if you see this screw right here and this screw right here, those are both holding in the paddle shifters. We can just go ahead, undo that. These red wires right here go to this black connector. I'm gonna go ahead and use pliers to pull this out, and honestly, low key, the first time I pulled it out, felt like I was breaking it. All right, so as you can see here, there's a couple differences, just like off the get-go, is that this wire is much shorter than this one. So this is obviously E-Series, this is the F8X. So that, and the fact that the connector is different. This one is much bigger than that one. So this guy definitely not compatible straight away, but if you look at the body of each, they are identical. I'm gonna go ahead and take this guy apart, and to do that, I'm actually gonna be using one of these SIM card tools. So this right here is the axle or shaft or whatever you want to call it that this guy is pivoting on. So I'm just gonna push that through, and you can see this side is pointed ever so slightly, or more like rounded. And this side is flat and slightly wider. So make sure that you're pushing it out the correct direction. And then that's just gonna go ahead and come apart. But then taking this guy apart, it's the same way. So you can see this side is the rounded side, that side is the flat side. So I'm going to push it out in that direction. So yeah, both of these are pretty much identical design. They look a little bit differently, but they function the same. If you look really closely, this guy right here is a little bit longer than the FedEx one. Put that back together. And my guess is it probably doesn't matter which pin you use. Apparently the pins do matter. Make sure you use the F-Series one. Okay, interesting. And then last we have our connector. Every single time you gotta wire this or fish this wire through. It's annoying because of that tag. I could take that off, but it's fine. Alrighty. Go ahead and thread this T20 back in there. And then the way this guy was fished in there, see a little S that it makes. Fish the wire back through. All right, put the connector back in. All right, so they definitely feel similar, but you can hear that they definitely are different. This guy feels a lot more solid on the left than the right, so that's cool. All right, time to do it for the other one. Got the paddles back on. Time to put the airbag back in. We can button this baby up. So I just finished with the install. As you can see, they look pretty nice. I will say they feel much more premium. I know that they're still, you know, stock paddles off of the M4, but they feel much more of it's a much more premium feel. It also, the way it sounds, I wish I had a good video of the stock ones, but the way it sounds is also more solid. Like you can tell that it's made of aluminum and not just all plastic. I mean, most of it's still plastic, but you can tell it's more solid. Also went ahead and threw on the M button that I had laying around that was part of this kit. It was convenient to get to since I already had the airbag out. I'd kind of been waiting around for that. So now I've got my nice blue matching interior bits. So cool. Let me know what else you'd like to see on the interior here. You know, I've got this wood trim I'd like to figure something out with. This old boot is super scuzzy, just like it just doesn't feel very nice anymore. This guy creaks, so I'd like to fix that.
So yeah, let me know what you'd like to see in the interior, because there's definitely some things that need to be addressed. So it's currently a couple days later. I wanted to wait a couple days to give my thoughts on these paddles, just because you know, whenever you first install something, you're excited, and after a couple days, the newness wears off a little bit, and it's easier to be a little bit more critical and honest. So I will say, I really like these paddles. As far as the way they look, I mean, it definitely refreshes the look of the wheel. I'm not a huge fan of the way that the stock paddles look. As far as the way that it feels really good. The way that it actually feels when you're pressing it is pretty much the same. The only thing that I will say is that the way that the actual paddle feels in your hand is more premium. And that's because, one, it's a little bit heavier. Also because the edges aren't curved, they're a lot sharper. You can feel the edge a lot more defined in your finger. As opposed to the stock paddles, sometimes I wouldn't be hitting it all the way because it was curved. And I couldn't feel that I wasn't completely on the paddle. Also, the noise, it's definitely not as noisy. Like the noise that it makes, it's definitely not as noisy. I don't know if you can hear that on the camera. So let me know what you think about the F-Series paddle retrofit, and I will leave other paddles linked in the description that are compatible with the E-Series mounting bracket. So if this is something you want to do as a cheap upgrade, that'd be a good place to start there. Those links in the description. I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.